Hey, this is Mike from Inputflow, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can submit your Inputflow multi-step forms to Zapier so that you can kick off any type of automation that you want to run. The great thing about it is that to your website visitor it looks like a normal Webflow form submission, but in the background the data gets sent directly to Zapier. But you can still manage all of these success and error states inside Webflow. Okay, right here in Zapier, I'm going to click on this orange button, Create, to create a new automation. A new Zap is what they call their automations. And then I have to select a trigger for the automation. So I click this first one right here. And then I select Webhooks by Zapier. So I want to use a webhook as a trigger. And for the trigger event, I want to use catch hook. So we want to catch the webhook. And now we see this pop up here where it says your webhook URL. You need to configure your application with this webhook URL. So this is the URL where we're going to send the form data to. And whenever Zapier receives data from this unique URL, then it will use this as a trigger for the automation. So I'm going to copy this URL, go to Webflow, and then I select my form and go to the settings panel. Inside of the settings panel, I post this URL where it says action. So this is our action URL. And then I switch the method from get to post. Now I have to go to the form editor of Inputflow, go to the form settings. And here we have a setting which is called send data to custom URL. If this setting is turned on and the custom action URL is set for the form, this is what we just did, the form data will not be processed as a Webflow submission, but will be sent as a post request to your specified action URL. This is useful to send data to external tools and webhooks like Zapier and Make. Long story short, we have to turn on this switch. And now, if we go back to Zapier, you can see right now Zapier is already listening for some test data. So we have to do one test submission to show Zapier the data structure of our form. I'm going to publish this to the Webflow project. Then go to the live site. I'm quickly going to fill out this form with some test data so that we have this one test submission. And then I submit the form. And now you can see we still get the normal Webflow success message. So all of that still works as expected. And now if we go back to Zapier and click on test trigger, you can see now we have this first request that just came in. This is our test submission and we can click on it. And you can see now all of our form fields, all of the inputs are available inside of Zapier. Then I click continue with selected record. And now we can kick off any type of automation that we want to run. If you, for example, want to save this data somewhere, let's say you want to save this to Airtable, then you use the Airtable module. Inside of the Airtable block, you then have access to all of the fields from the form and from the webhook, so from this first step.